Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Malcolm coming at you with another lesson in truth, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashem Avashai, whom I worship. Yahweh be in the name of the Father, Yahweh Shai be in the name of the Son. All right, double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of all Israel on earth today, whether you receive that or not. And salutations to my fellow laborers, my Akim, the confusion of face Akim, that are doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. And to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. And this is just going to be another lesson, continuation. This is going to be Let the Bible Speak, part 19. And continuing in this until the Spirit changes it, continuing in this clear and apparent racism in the Bible. All right? Because the Lord has his elect. All right? And then he has the people of Israel who are of the 2/3. You got the 1/3 and the 2/3. All right? And the elect is being chosen and the 2/3 is not. And even to further that, he's going to choose Jacob and put by Esau. So Esau's end is a total extermination after the most brutal form of slavery that the world has ever seen. So, you can think of all the movies and that you've seen with chattel slavery and movies of, Conan the Barbarian, when they slaughtered his village and took the children and forced them to work on a great millstone and grind away, until he was the only one left. But there's plenty of movies that shows you acts of slavery. Even the Planet of the Apes movies, which is really metaphoric for, because they're saying that the monkeys is the Israelites. And of course, what they were enslaving? Mankind, all the other people, mainly the so-called Edomites. Well, that is true. They're projecting to you the truth. All right. So, without any further ado, let's jump right back into the scriptures. And I'm going to start in Psalms. Actually, I'm going to start in Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs 2. And, hold on, 2 and 22. Let me get to it real quick. I guess I'm going the wrong way, Proverbs. It's this way. This is Proverbs 2, and I'm going to start at 21. And it says, "For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it." All right, the land is speaking mainly of the land of Israel, because that is the Lord's portion when he chose on earth. And right now, it's defiled. It clearly tells you that in Zechariah 9 and 6, that a bastard dwells there. All right, and one of the meanings for bastard is false, fakeness, and phony. Okay, see if we can go to Zechariah. This is Zechariah 9 and 6, and it reads, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. So Ashdod is modern day Israel. So the Bible prophesied that a bastard would dwell there, and the Philistines' pride has been cut off, because the Philistines aren't even being acknowledged who they are now. You got, Esau's trying to say the Edomites and Ishmaelites, calling them dark-skinned Edomites, all kind of crazy madness. So the pride of the Philistines has been totally cut off, because they're not even acknowledged who they really are. All right, you got Palestinians in there, and they're saying that they're the ancient Philistines, and they're not. Okay, so that prophecy has come to pass. All right, like it said in "They have parted my land and sold my people" in the book of Joel. I believe that's the 3rd chapter. All right, so that has come to pass already. All right, what I'm reading you now are future prophecies, because when the children of Israel, the sons of Israel, go back to the land of Israel, as according to how the prophecies say, there'll be no more wars on earth. We're on the verge of World War III. There's been more wars over in that land since those imposters went over there than ever before in the history of mankind, man. Okay, America. What it was it? They I think I forget how old it is. I can't remember. But I think it's 220 something years old, and 212 of those years they've been at war. All right. And I would probably say about 95% of those wars, or maybe even more, they started themselves. All right. When was the last time that Iran attacked anyone? When was the last time that Vietnam attacked anyone? Okay. When is the time that any other non-white nation attacks someone else? It doesn't happen. It doesn't, that's an Edomite thing. And when these nations do get into it, that's because Esau's involved. He's behind it all. All wars are bankers' wars. All right? Back in Proverbs, verse 22. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out. So the wicked, okay, shall be cut off from the earth. Well, according to Maccabees, the first chapter, the first verse, the wicked is Edom. The Edomites. Alexander and his four generals were Edomites. That was the beginning of the Edomite dominion over the earth. All right? When they translated the Grecian kingdom to themselves, man. They finished the work that Aman tried to start. And you go back to the book of Esther, the whole story with Esther, Aman, and Mordecai. All right? Aman tried to do it, ahead of his time, man. He tried to translate that kingdom to the Edomites, but it wasn't time for Edomite rule. The Lord had already set it up for Alexander to do it. Okay? All right? And also, when you get to the First Maccabees, the first chapter, when you get to the 9th and 10th verse, it reads, First Maccabees 1 and 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, and so that their sons after them many years, and evils multiplied in the earth. And there came out of them a wicked root. So that wicked root is the Edomite, the so-called white man. In Proverbs 2 and 22, it says, but the wicked shall be cut off from the earth. So you people out there, that believe, especially you Israelites, some of the Edomites are going to make it. No, they're not. They're going to make it into slavery and serve 1,000 years of slavery. Then they're going to get cut off, man, from the earth. To say otherwise is to say that you're going against the gospel. You're going against what the Lord has had written. All right. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and transgressors shall be rooted out of it. Okay. And then it referenced some scriptures I read earlier. This is Psalms 37, 28, and 29. It referenced a chapter I was reading anyway. So let's read 37, verse 28. And it says, Yahweh loveth judgment, all right, and forsaketh not his saints. The saints are the Israelites, man. Okay? You can't be a saint just because you believe in the Bible, or you believe in this man-made Christianity. According to the Bible, the only way to be a saint is an Israelite. Is to be an Israelite, to be born one. Okay? You can't. There's no spiritual saint, no spiritual Israelite. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. They're going to be cut off, man. Verse 29. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. And that's not happening right now, man. Okay? And it goes right back to Proverbs 2 and 21. See how the scriptures link back for it? That's 4 precepts right there. It says, for the upright, Proverbs 2 and 21. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. Okay? And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's what this whole third war is leading up to. Okay? This is why Esau is so upset with the internet and its truth and the way it's all coming out, man. Because it's exposing him to be, the damn demon that he is, man. Okay? This is Psalms 34 and 16. And it reads, the face of Yahweh is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance from the earth. So Esau, like the scripture says, I believe it's in Job, when it says you're going to be a memory, man. You're going to be forgotten. You're going to, it's like when you there's scripture that says he's going to go away like his own dung. All right. When you flush the toilet, man, you don't see the crap anymore. It's gone forever, man. This is Job 17 and verse 17. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street, man. Nobody's going to remember you red dogs, man. All right? Yeah, in verse 18, he shall be driven from the light into the darkness and shall be chased out of the world. You're going to be chased out of the world. You're going to have no son, no nephew, no family, no male, no seed left. All right? Didn't say anything about a woman. All right? Because you're going to lose all them anyway. Like it says, you know, you're going to perish and your widows shall not weep. They're not even going to mourn for you, man. All right? Because a lot of Edomite women, they you know, they're wicked too, but they know that you're super wicked. You're men. All right? And the earth, and matter of fact, the biggest and the leaders of the feminists is Edomite women, man. And they target Edomite men. Okay? So, you know, when all this goes to hell, man, your women are going to be against you. And the truth of the matter is, most of them are now, man. Okay? Let's go to Psalms 109 and 13. And it reads, let his posterity be cut off, and in the generations following, let their name be blotted out, man. So your name's going to be blotted out. The same way you tried to erase Israel, going back to the name Israel in Psalms 83, all right, when you came against the hidden ones. Who are the hidden ones? The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and those of our people that are scattered about among the heathen, man. You've hidden who they are, and they're called by bywords, man. Okay? But you're going to be blotted out, man. And there's going to be none of you remaining. And I'm going to get one more scripture to, actually, I'm going to get two. All right? One that you never hear read in the church. This is Revelation 13, 9 and 10. If any man hear, let him hear. All right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Transatlantic slave trade. Okay? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. All the wars of the Edomite. Look at their history, how they got all the lands that they dwell in. And go back to their blessing. All right? It told you in Genesis 27 and 40, I do believe, that Esau's blessing was a sword, and by the sword he shall live. Meaning he's going to rape, rob, murder, and kill. Steal. Take what is not his. He's living by the sword, and he still does to this day. He uses the sword to enforce his petrodollar, and now he has opponents that has just as many swords and weapons as he does, and now they're enforcing their new petrodollar. All right? See, the Chinese yuan is now the new Chinese petrodollar, and it emerges in full operation in about 6 weeks here. All right? And the nation, and it's backed by gold and silver, and the nations of the world are going to use it. It is over for the so-called white man. Hence why I do believe that a lot of calamities and things are getting ready to happen within this next 6 weeks. Hell, this upcoming weekend, you got Antifa is going to make nationwide riots. All right? And then you also have a drill for blackout scenarios from a geostorm, from an EMP attack. And if Esau stays true to form, Esau always does whatever he's drilling. That's actually what happens in reality. So because it's for you stupid Americans out there, during the Boston bombing, there was a drill for a bomb. During the 9/11, there was a drill for planes being hijacked and crashed into targets, and so on and so forth, man. All right, there, false flags of mass shootings and people actually get shot up. So this is what Esau does, man, because truly Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right. That's why his darkness is going to, he's going to go from the light, from leadership into darkness, man. It'd be nothing. This is Isaiah, last scripture, Isaiah 14 and 21. And it reads, prepare slaughter. I'm gonna read that. 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. There'll be no more Edomite cities, man. All right. Verse 22. For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant of son and nephew, saith the Lord. So everything that pisseth upside the wall, man, it's going to be none of your men left, and all your women are going to get used as concubines, which they're not going to mind, and impregnated by heathens and things of that nature, man. It's going to be no more of you left, man. All right? And then the day when you all get rounded up, your women included, and you're going to be destroyed off the face of the earth, man. So with that, I like to say all praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh Bashem Shai and Shalom.